Okay, give me just a second, guys. Mike Foodie and Matt Hammer, good morning, guys. Thanks for coming by. Great to see you guys again. Welcome back to another Tuesday live chat in North Caloocan. We've got, it's some kind of a school holiday today, so the kids are all home. And Ira May has 14 friends coming here. They're just now starting to arrive, so I'm kind of wondering, how noisy it's going to get. Dennis Adam, good morning, sir. Mark Doyle and Murray. Mark Doyle and Murray, good morning. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you guys again. It's a beautiful day here today. We had a good bit of rain yesterday. Actually, we've had rain. We have had rain here almost every day. Oh, there it is. We've had small rain here just about every day for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Nothing major, just just enough to piss you off if you're out in it. Let's see. 14 friends. Yeah. Yeah, a Mike Foodie. Yeah, Ira May came to me and says, I think we need to buy food. And I'm like, okay. I'll just go pull another $100 off the tree back there in the backyard. I had no idea, actually. And I had no idea there was that many people coming. She told me last night that she was going to have some friends here. They get together and do school projects, things of that nature. But I didn't know it was going to be 14 people. And I told her, honey, I don't have enough money here to buy food for 14 people. Sorry. So I gave her 500 pesos, and she can go to, you can buy a ton of stuff from the Sorry with 500 pesos. It's going to have to be good enough. I don't have enough money for the next couple, I've only got enough money for the next couple of days, I think. Yeah, I heard them talking about chicken, so maybe Johnny B is maybe he's going to take that. Actually, let me find out. Just a second, guys. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have started the live stream yet. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Jollibee delivery. Well, about 3/4 of the guests have arrived. They're doing some kind of a. They all have scripts, so they're practicing something. I don't know if she's going to be in a play or. Anyway, let's get back at it. Thanks for coming, you guys. Oozle Finch, I see you there. How are you, sir? Makoto, good morning. 14 burgers. Jim Schultz, good morning. Yeah. If I would have known, we could have, gotten something yesterday from Save More. Johnny B and I went shopping at Save More yesterday to get food for the next 3 days or so. Melanie doesn't come home until Thursday evening sometime. Melanie, I'll be home. Jeff Giordano, NASCAR volunteer at Auto Club Speedway. Nice. Walter, good morning. Now that's something that, only a race fan could appreciate. Even Walter could appreciate that. NASCAR volunteer. Is this week's race in Fontana? Auto Club Speedway. That is Fontana, right? Rodney Moore, good morning from Maine. Thank you for joining the chat, friend. Makoto, I didn't mention I was very hesitant to order the filter online. The main reason I was hesitant is because when I looked on Shopee for the filter, oh my God, there was I don't know if it's a typo or what, but there was 6 different filters for the Raider R150. Now it's looking back on it now, it had to be a mistake. So I didn't want to take the chance because many of you don't know when you order something here and it comes to your house, it's the wrong thing. It's tremendous hassle. I mean, it's and I just didn't want to deal with the hassle. And keep in mind that my mechanic told me to go down there to Novaliches, that place would have, and he was right. That guy was right at Motor Trade. That was a Suzuki parts dealership, and they had Suzuki boxes stacked as high as the eye could see inside that little parts store. Everything was Suzuki. So he didn't send me on a Tropical Tim. Hey, he didn't send me on a wild goose chase. It was actually a good call. It just so happened that they were out of stock on mine. And that's when I got home that day from a Novaliches, when I got home from the Ramel, hey buddy, my South Caloocan brother, Ramel, when I got home from Novaliches, I just said, screw it. And I went to Lazada. And I meant to include that in my video. There was a very specific ad on Lazada for the Raider R150 Fi, and it had a picture of the air filter, because the carburetor and the fuel-injected air filter, there's just minor changes. You could not alter the carburetor filter to fit the Fi. You have to buy the one, and that's what I was concerned about, is getting the wrong filter in the mail and then having to hassle with that, having to go back to LBC, ship everything back, wait for a refund. And it's just, you guys, it's just not easy here. Everything is a little more difficult. And let's see. Tropical Tim, doing good. Thanks for coming by, bud. We can try and get you on. Let me catch up on the comments, okay? Where am I at here? This thing's jumping around a lot now. Mike Foodie. My kids used to spring last-minute surprises like that. Owning a restaurant made it easy, though. Oh, Yeah. Craig Edwards, if I didn't say hello, good morning to you, sir. Joseph had a similar problem with an air filter on the Rusi. Ah, yes, I did. I did order the filter raw mail, yes, from Lazada. 48 hours. Not bad, right? And it was just beautiful. I was so happy. We are, this Friday, Rush Riders, we're going to Balur, which is, and this, it's going to be like, I'm not, so hesitant about this trip because we're going to ride up, stay like, I think we're staying 2 nights, and then we're going to ride home. So it's not this, you guys got to remember these Rush Riders, most of the guys are 20 years younger than me. So it's no big deal for them to, okay, Tropical Tim, no problem. Most of the Rush Riders are, they're 20 years younger than me. They're young guys. And it's no big deal for them to not sleep and to ride, they can ride 200 kilometers on no sleep. I can't do it, man. Mike Foodie, what if you're not home when the Zada comes? That's never happened to us. A lot of times they'll drop it with a neighbor. A lot of times if there's a neighbor out that they can talk to, they'll drop it with a neighbor and have the neighbor sign for it, which we would be okay with. But I don't think that's ever happened to us. That's a good question. We haven't experienced that yet. Craig Edwards, what is your idea of why it's more fun in the Phils? Why is it more fun here? I guess, one of the main things is, for a lot of people that come here, expats, is they're entering the retirement years. So of course that's fun, not having to work anymore. Craig, that's a great question. And I'll tell you this. A lot of the things that you love about the Philippines when you're a visitor, you end up really disliking about the Philippines when you live here full time. I can remember, I was a visitor here for 4 straight years. I came every 5 months for 16 days. And I remember going back to going back to Southern California and going back to work after being here with Melanie and the kids for 2 weeks. And I would tell all my friends, oh, you guys, it's so awesome. It's like the Wild West, It's like the Wild West there. Nobody follows any traffic laws. Nobody follows any rules. And then, when you move here full time, that's not so great anymore. Those things that you praised about the Philippines when you're a visitor. And Walter can attest to this. Walter's got, 7? Are you been here? Walter's got 5 years, I think. Or is it 7? It sucks getting old, but it's better than death. Yeah, Ouzelfinch. Yeah. You guys know, I'm sure many of you know about the passing of Mike Philippine. Actually, it was last Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday evening that Mike passed away. And that was such a bummer, Yeah, Walter, everything you try to do is such an adventure. Yeah. Dennis says to take ginseng or ginkgo biloba. And that will make you feel young again. I've heard that Ada Myers. Good morning po. Magandang umaga po. Ryan Boy. Okay, good to see you again too, Ryan Boy. I don't recognize your username there, but good to see you again also, Ryan Boy. Hey, Walter, if you're sitting at a PC, I think you're probably on your phone. I think the only way that you can join the panel is to be on a PC. I don't think you can do it, or laptop. I don't think you can join. I don't think it works on a cell phone. I haven't seen anybody. Another reason, Craig, why it might be more fun here is that the people here just have such a different attitude. Everybody's so laid back, almost too laid back. And I'm probably say that because, you know, I come from an ex-military lifestyle and where, you know, I was a squared away person, and people here aren't squared away. People don't care about, oh, Tropical Tim. Oh, you can, oh, wow. You can join on a phone. Okay. Walter, okay. Well, if Walter comes on, we can talk about a lot of stuff, especially anybody who wants to talk about visa stuff. Walter's your man. Makoto, yeah, too laid back. You know, there's just an attitude here of, you know, things just don't seem to matter as much here to people. And maybe that's because, you know, we Americans are just, I guess we're just so used to that 60-hour work week. And, you know, I remember when I lived in the U.S., I was working, I was always looking 2 weeks down the road. Okay, what's coming up? What's due? Is this, you know, it's just the way I was. I didn't have any real financial worries in the U.S. I had a really good job, but I always looked 2 weeks down the road. And that was probably because, you know, I was in a supervisor position where I managed 25 people, and that's the way you are. Mike Foodie, less stress in the Philippines unless you're stuck in traffic. Yeah, that's a good comment. A lot of times, you know, and that's something that will keep us at home here, Melanie and I. We won't go out because we just don't want to deal with it. So how, you know, I mean, what does that tell you, really? The U.S. stock market, Dow, plunged by 1,000 points because of pandemic coronavirus. Butch, welcome to the chat. The U.S. stock market. Well, that's just a knee-jerk reaction. The stock market, you know, in a couple of days, it'll probably have a record recovery. That's just the way the stock market is. Or traditionally, that's the way the stock market has been. Paolo! Hey, now, Paolo Upload is my neighbor. How are you, sir? I could hit Paolo's house with a rock from here. He's that close. That's my neighbor. I walk by Paolo's house when I go to Sorry Sorry every day to get my bag of Marty's that I'm addicted to so bad. Paolo, thank you for stopping by and giving me a shout. Paolo has a channel too, you guys. Maybe one day we'll do a collab of something if we can come up with something. Rokon, Montana, hello. And Jim Schultz, I'm coming over in May. Is there anything going down with the virus now? Well, Jim, I have heard that you cannot fly through Taiwan right now, an American passenger. So, and I saw that about a week ago, that flights from LAX to Taipei are a no-go for American passengers. They won't let you fly through there. Or is it the fact that you can't? I'm sorry, you guys. If you have read this, James, good morning. And Malot's 1963. I don't remember if I just saw something. I'm sorry, you guys. I should have written that down. That's important stuff for the live chat. I need to know those things. James Lonergan. Jim says, I've heard that Japan and Korea are getting... flights through Korea are still okay, as far as I know. But I saw something about Americans not being able to go to Taipei. Or you can't... Murray, thank you so much, sir. Thumbs up to Murray. Buy yourself some Red Horse after 14 kids. Yeah. Yeah. I just went out and checked. There's about 10 or 11 out there now. Sorry, you guys, I'm getting behind. James Lonergan, yeah, check with Eva. I saw that. Of course, you know how things are on the internet. Just because you see it doesn't mean it's true. But this looked pretty official. What I saw about Taipei. Oh, okay. Somebody says that there was a Taipei restriction. Clyde Seaside says that Australia has raised the travel warnings on Japan and South Korea. Now, I used to fly through Incheon a lot. What a great airport. Has anybody flown through Incheon? James, March 25th. Okay. About a month from now. Oh, it is the 25th. Yeah. Well, if you can get over to LAX, guys, Philippine Airlines has a direct flight into Manila from LAX. And it's pretty cheap. Makoto, yeah. Better to get a direct flight. Craig Edwards, why do city people raise their own animals, like chickens, goats? Most of the chickens that I see in the city, and now I'm talking about, Quezon, Ermita, Maladi area, are fighting cocks. Yeah, Makoto says probably for extra income. Well, if you can get fresh eggs, I mean, going back to the original question from Jim Schultz, it doesn't seem to be an issue here. Okay, this coronavirus. Michael Allen, welcome to the chat. Rike, that's okay. Rike's 10 times the size that my channel is, so he's gonna. I've got 50 in the room. That's not bad. Lance Bryant. Okay. Jamie's, welcome. And Michael Allen. Okay, I read that one. Sorry, it's kind of jumping. Lance O'Brien. ASAP tickets. I don't know about ASAP tickets. I've always used Expedia. Lance O'Brien. No food in Incheon Airport? I actually thought the food in Incheon was awesome. And a lot of selection. Okay, I see there. Okay. Walter, I see ya. Hold on. Let me get the link, Walter. Incheon has a Taco Bell also upstairs. So you guys know how you guys know me and my Mexican food. We're gonna have Walter on from Pirates Cove, baby. Maybe we can even get Ducky on cam if she's not shy long. If she's not shy long. There you go, Walter. Don't forget, Walter, to mute your YouTube audio when you come in, okay? Your YouTube audio. Mute it, or we'll have a really bad echo. Trying to decide if I want to put this aircon on. It's kind of hot today. Craig, yeah. Duterte put a ban on Chinese tourists to the Philippines? I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me, considering, what's going on in China right now. I gotta top this water off, you guys. Give me just a minute. The door was stuck. Oh, ice cold water. Oh, I see him coming in here. Hold on. Just a second, Walter. I see you in the background there. Yep, that's you. I got you. Here we go. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Good to see you. Let's see what we got here. While the Philippines has lifted its travel ban against Taiwanese visitors, 5 other countries continue to bar Taiwanese applicants to provide medical care. Ah. Just Taiwanese interconnecting flights. Ah. Walter, how you doing?
I'm doing real good. How about you?
All right, buddy. All right. You guys, this is welcome Pirate Cove Philippines. This is Walter. Check out Walter's channel. Walter does a lot of great videos about visa standards, visa specific type stuff. And, he likes to walk around like me too. And Walter lives over in the Lolos in Bulacan. Love it 97. Clevelander, welcome to the channel. And okay, coronavirus has killed 2,000 in China, but the flu has already killed 14,000 people this season. Yeah. Okay, somebody's saying that my voice is a bit muffled or blurry.
Okay, it might have been on my end.
Walter, you want to check your YouTube and make sure you've got it muted?
Yeah, I just shut the whole thing off just now because I couldn't seem to get it right.
Okay, let's see what happened. Oh, look at that guy.
Yeah, I got three kittens here now. Little Mahibos. How's it sound now? A little better?
Yeah, seems good.
Okay. Yeah, I just shut it all off. I couldn't get it to work right. All right. So, yeah, got the audio figured out. Good. So, how's everything up your way?
Pretty good, man. Are you guys getting that daily rain that we're getting here?
No. It looked like it was yesterday afternoon. Started getting a little bit cloudy, but it never did rain. But it's been pretty nice. But it's starting to feel a little bit of that temperature now. I think the heat's on the way back.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's been really nice. This is probably the coolest winter, if you want to call it winter here, the cooler season, I guess you would call it. It's about the coolest I've seen in the 5 years I've been here. I've seen humidity's down in the like 35 and 30 times, and the temperature's been really nice. It's really nice now.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Whoa, I hear something. Where's that coming from?
Nothing on my end. All quiet here so far.
It's good when you talk. Echo. Let's see, what the hell's going on here?
Hey, you're sounding good on my end.
I've got the audio. Oh, so I have to have it muted. I wonder where that's coming from.
So you got the right filter from Lazada, huh? That's good.
Yeah, first time.
Well, it's a good thing the volcano didn't keep going, or filters would be gone for everybody. Everyone would be buying them up, but it kind of, fizzled out and everything got back to normal, I guess. Now you don't hear anything about the volcano.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, there is an audio. Walter, let's just have you reconnect again, okay?
Okay.
Just so I can test what the problem is.
No problem.
Okay. Yeah, it's something to do on Walter's side, because the audio's fine now, right? You don't hear it now, do you? The feedback? See, I don't think that you can close YouTube. I think you have to leave YouTube open when you join the panel and just mute the audio on the YouTube. Are there many YouTubers going to Mike Kayson's funeral? Will anyone cover it? Michael Allen, I don't have any information on that. I'm sorry. I don't know just yet. I know that Mike was cremated. Give me a second here. Jay Mees, I see that 560 round trip, San Francisco to Manila. Walter, are you still there? James Lonergan, yeah, I just had an oil change. Less than 500 kilometers ago. So I should be okay. The oil looks good. Ouzelfinch. Tropical Tim, no. I was so pissed, dude. You know, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my motorcycle, so I'm so pissed about that screw. When I lost that screw, it dropped down somewhere into the chassis. And man, you should have seen me. I actually should have logged it. I was on that bike, I was jumping that bike up and down, lifting up the front end. Well, you know, trying to get that screw to break loose from the chassis. Okay, Dennis Adams says it might be feedback from speakers. Walter, okay, let's try and bring you back on, Walter, okay? I'm going to... Oh, let's copy the link again, see if we can get you back in here. It was just, I'm sorry, Walter, it was just too bad. We had to... All right, there's the link, Walter, if you want to try again. What's up with the volcano? I worry also because just before the horrible earthquake where my wife is in, Craig, the volcano is like, as far as I know, has really calmed down. So okay, I shouldn't have to wear headphones. I see your comment there, Dennis. I shouldn't have to wear headphones as the host. Okay, Walter, I see you there. Just give me a second. Dark Blade 67, welcome. There we go.
All right, I got YouTube muted properly now.
It sounds a little bit better. Yeah, I don't hear myself.
Yeah, you sound good on this end.
Okay, yeah, you can't actually. I think that I've learned from doing this and having a few people on. A lot of people just shut the YouTube down, and I don't think you can do that. I think you have to leave the YouTube open and mute it.
Okay.
If you don't leave the YouTube open and you shut it down, Tropical Tim did the same thing when he was on last week, and
really?
We had a little bit of that. It wasn't so bad though because he was on a cell phone. You know, I think the problem magnifies itself if the guest is on a PC like you are now.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Okay. Good deal.
Catch up on the comments here.
Yeah. What's going on with everybody?
It's sad about Mike, and I feel real sorry for Rose and the wallet's missing too.
Yeah, it was unfortunate about Mike. You'd seen it coming for a long time, but you just kind of like don't want to see it, you know, subconsciously, you know. But I don't know. Something I guess we're all going to have to think about. A lot of us expat YouTubers are not exactly young chickens, you know.
Yeah, we're not young guys.
You know, Mike wasn't but a few years older than me, I think. So kind of like wakes you up a little bit, but still, you know, one thing I can say, you know, with Mike, you know, he did it the way he wanted. That was his choice. I know a lot of people tried to tell him to go back to the States and get some good help and all that, and he chose to stay here. I can think of worse things, you know, that can happen to somebody. But at least he got to live out his years here. May not have been the way he wanted to, but you know, he made his choice, and hopefully, you know, no regrets on it.
Yeah. No, it's back.
Sounds good on my end. I don't know about everybody else.
Okay.
I think it could be partly the delay. You get a little bit of lag with your internet. If the lags are different between the two, I think it causes stuff like that.
It seems like if I don't talk very loudly, the problem doesn't really happen. So That's why I have the cat watch me repair stuff. If I drop a screw, I watch her and she finds it. Yeah, I'm still pissed off about losing that screw.
There's a lot of airplanes out there flying around. I drop screws in; they're still flying. Don't worry about it.
Now that's funny.
Oh, you don't want to fly with me. If you don't like flying on airplanes, don't fly with me, okay? Because I get a few beers, a couple of drinks, I start telling stories.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've actually had a flight attendant ask me to change the subject one time because the passengers around me we're getting a little bit upset.
Scott X. Magandongo Magapo. Clyde Seaside says, I thought Walter wasn't feeding the paste on that machine fast enough.
Hold on, let me get some more coins.
See? that kind of goes back to something that you said in your last video, Walter, how people know you more than you know them, like your subscribers.
Yeah, it is funny, isn't it? It was like with Mike, I felt like I knew him, but I'd never had any kind of conversation with him. But I'd been watching him for so long. He started about the same time I came here. So there was a lot of things that he was seeing and experiences, our misadventures. And he would have it up. And sure enough, it was about the same time. And the thought process was the same between him and me because we came here about the same time. So, yeah, you really feel like you start to know somebody, even though you've never had words between each other.
Yeah. You go to a subscriber, and they know more about you. You don't know anything about the subscriber.
No.
But the subscriber knows your whole life because they've been watching you for a year or so,
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see, where are we at here? I am way behind on comments. Sorry, you guys. Makoto says, "Oh, vapor." Okay. Michael Allen about Tim K. He has disappeared. Have you heard anything? I haven't. No, Michael Allen. I haven't heard anything about Tim K. But you're right. I don't see his videos popping up anymore, so I don't know what's going on there.
Mike Foreigner, Pirate Cove Philippines. That's my channel. I should have put it all up. I just put pirate in there. Sorry. Pirate Cove Philippines.
That's right. I was getting to that. I mean, you're still a little Walter's good though. Dark 67, you're Filipino. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Scott Expat, Mike Filipino. Turbo Pete says, "Hey, Philo, man, you can shoot some. Thanks, brother."
So something I wanted to run by you, and maybe some of the other bloggers, as we get up in age, have any of you thought about putting up a video and maybe having the wife or friend post it after we passed, kind of a goodbye video to everybody? Something I was wondering about. Or would that be a little too strange? Now that everybody out there on your channel just heard what I'm asking you, I'm sure they can all tune in and chime in on that one and say just how morbid that might be or something. But that's just something that kind of came across with so many of us here with our age and everything, put out a video, that if you're watching this, I'm gone. April Fools or something like that, and have someone post it after you're gone.
I have never thought about that. It's
Well, you're still too damn young. That's why. Hell,
yeah, I guess.
wait till 60 hits, and then you start thinking about things, and then yeah, it does start to. You do start to think about things a little different.
The way my knee feels, I don't want to think about 60. SF Potaki, good morning, sir. Thank you for joining the chat. Edward Crandall, good morning, sir. Thanks for joining the chat. Edward, I haven't seen that last video you sent me. You know what I'll do? I'll watch it right now. How's that? Kanoi, Randy, your message. Thank you, sir.
Now, I knew Clyde would chime in on something. Well, yeah, but you do start thinking about it at 60, Clyde. Very good. Yeah, I figured there'd be some good comments from your subscribers.
You know, Clyde is a really young guy for 70. I think Clyde's younger at 70 than I am at 55.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, if I'm doing as good as that at 70 as Clyde is, I'll be happy as can be.
Makoto Hasibe says he went from smoking to vaping, but smoked for 40 years. Wow.
You just
You're frozen, Walter. Did we lose you? Uh-oh. No, now he's back. You're frozen, Walter.
It's back.
Uh-oh.
Coming back. It's trying to come back.
You're frozen, Walter. It's back. Uh-oh.
Coming back. It's trying to come back.
You're frozen, Walter. It's back. Uh-oh. Coming back. It's trying to come back. You're frozen, Walter. It's back.
I think it's on my end.
Yeah. It's going over and over again.
I think it's on my end.
Yeah. It's going over and over again. I think it's on my end. Yeah. What the hell is this? Oh, and now it's fine.
Doing okay now? Yeah, you sound good here. Okay.
Man,
I don't know what that was.
On there. Where are we at? 60. James says just picked me up at a jeepney stop. Where is that delay? Yeah, I don't know. It's very intermittent. Whatever it is, it's very intermittent. It only seems to happen if I raise my voice to a certain level. So I'm just going to talk at this level. And Brian Peasley, welcome. Francis Hughes, welcome. SF Bokaki, I don't know if we're going to make it to Mindanao in April. I would love to, I just don't know if we're going to make it. Francis Hughes, word on the traveling through Korea.
I don't know about the traveling now with South Korea. They just announced a big spike in people getting infected, and I think they had some deaths over there. I'm not sure. I saw something last week that they've got some cult group over there that have spread the disease between them, and now they're out trying to spread it as to everybody in the population.
Oh my God.
That's just nuts. But all of a sudden now, this morning on the news, there's all this talk about South Korea. And so I would not be surprised if we see a travel ban between Philippines and South Korea. So now that's going to take out all those other flights that used to do the connecting flight coming in, just like China. So if you're planning on coming over here sometime soon, you may be having to look at a direct flight here coming up now.
Yeah. Brian Peasley, friend, how are you? Fellow Hoosier.
James, yeah, you can still you can still extend your visa by the 29-day. Just ask them if I can get my 29-day extension, and you just pay for it right there. They'll just take you over to the office, and they do it right there. The only time I had a problem with that was I coming in at like 4:30 in the morning, and they didn't have everybody in place at the time. So other than that, if you're coming in at fairly normal times than that, 99% that you'll be able to get that, no problem.
Walter, what do you think visa on arrival for Americans? Do you think that's ever going to happen?
No, I think it was just the dirty, blowing off steam like he always does. Hopefully that'll all start kind of going away. But then they started the was that Visiting Forces Agreement, the VFA?
Yeah.
They can't do that. But I don't know. Maybe that'll all go away now that they've done something and we responded to it. Hopefully that'll wind down and go away. But we got 2 more years of the dirty, and he's kind of like that. He's not particularly happy with the United States to begin with. He got denied a visa a long time ago. Back, I think, when he was a mayor or something like that. He had something to attend in the U.S., and they denied him a visa. So he's always had a, kind of a raw spot when it comes to that. So he gets a little bit irritated. So, but that's what, 2 more years now? 2 more years in May. So we'll see how things go.
He's holding it right.
Yeah, I think so. But they'll probably get a new Visiting Forces Agreement out of it, and maybe it'll even be better after he's gone. So nothing's permanent, but I don't think the visa thing is going to be a problem. I really don't. It would create such a problem. Actually, it'd create more of a problem for them here, because they'll have to be working to at the embassies over there to get visas out. And I just think once they look at it and stuff like that, they'll just like, okay, well, they won't do it. But anything could happen, but I'll put money that it won't.
Yeah.
Now, still there has been a lot of problem. It's been going on for about a year now, where it's mostly going to be for guys that have been staying here on a tourist visa for their 3 years, and now they're doing a visa run. And when they come back in, and they see all the stamps in your passport, and now they're going, why do you stay here so long on a tourist visa? And they're questioning, why aren't you going on to a permanent visa? And that seems to be where most of the problem is. They have denied a few people, but mostly it's just kind of harsh questioning, and most of it's gotten by just saying, yeah, I've been looking into a permanent visa, I'm going to do that now, or something like that, and they let you pass. But most of the complaints are just that they're questioning it now. And I would say the problem you're going to have is if you're younger, like say Joseph's age, something like that, and they see someone, in their 40s or even 30s, that are staying here long term like that, they think possibly you're working here illegally, that you have some kind of job and you're working. Because other than that, now my age, they're not going to question me near as much because they know I probably get a retirement, like all the other thousands of guys here that have. So that they're not, a lot of it has to do with age also. But I see that maybe happening more often and or continuing to happen. And now that's been going on long before the dispute with Duterte started. So that's probably the biggest problem you're seeing right now with tourist visa.
Okay, let's try to catch up on the comments here. James says that we need all the tourism that we get in the PH. That's true. Makoto says Japan is still open. The problem will be on the arrival in. Israel is rejecting all passengers from Japan and Korea. Okay. Mike Fortner, Walter lives in Malolos, Bulacan. Clyde says the coronavirus in South Korea is concentrated in Jeju. And Mike is Walter, are you including the K1 visas?
What is that now?
Somebody's asking if the K1 visa process. I'm in tune with it. I've never done any videos on the K1 visa. Oh, there's my lovely wife. Hello, Melanie. Miss you, honey.
No, I have never done anything with the visas for the U.S. None at all.
Mike, you are still there. Go to visajourney.com. Visajourney.com.
That's the one I was trying to think of.
Unbelievable. The information you can share.
Is that what you guys used?
Yeah. We used Visa Journey to file do the whole thing. File the whole process. Okay, just staying. What did I miss? Have you got your stream? Oh, yes. This is StreamYard, yes. Everyone's saying hello to Melanie. Tropical Tim, still in the house. Melanie is in, Mindanao right now with her friend. Matt Fortner, that's correct. Visa Journey, visajourney.com. It's all one word. And that is the absolute top, I would say, place to go. You would be surprised. It's right there. They line the whole thing out for you step by step. You cannot screw up the K1 process. There's just no way you can screw it up. They teach you how to do it. All the forms that you need are right there. You can download right from the site. And we filed ourselves, and Melanie came to the U.S. And that was my resource. So
I can't get over the guys that complain about doing a 13A and how hard it is here. If you try to compare that to doing a K1, oh my God. A K1 is a lot of work. I mean, they put you through a lot of stuff on that. So the 13A is actually pretty easy. I mean, there's really nothing that terribly hard to it.
Yeah.
You got a few visits and just a few forms is all you have, and it's not terribly hard. Been getting a lot of people talking to me since all of this started, like with the tourist visa, the questions to people. I have, for about 4 months now, I got so many requests for information about it, emails and messages on it. So a lot of people are looking to go with it now.
Nice. So, yeah, I think the initial mailing envelope to USCIS was 52 pages.
Oh my God.
52 pages of document that I had. That was the original mailing. just to get it started.
Wow. Yeah, that's many times easier than a 13A. 13A is a piece of cake.
But again, you can file that. You don't have to hire. Some people do. You don't need an agency. You just got to be able to pay attention and read. That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
If you can do those two things, you can file that visa on your own without having to pay somebody to do it for you.
The hard part is getting married. Lance, a work visa. Well, that can be a little bit of work there to get here. If you can get with the right company, their HR department, some of them will do everything. And yeah, of course, you have to make some, pay a couple of visits, but they'll take care of the paperwork for you and get you all set up. But some companies make you do it on your own, and it can be a little bit of work. But a work visa, you got to have, you got to go to the DOLE, which is Department of Labor Employment, DOLE, yeah. And then they give you what's called an AEP, and that's an alien work permit, AEP, alien employment permit. And you got to have that. Then you go to immigration, and then takes about 2 months, and then they get you a work visa. And you got to have both. And so the company that you go to work for has to explain to DOLE why they're hiring you instead of a Filipino. So what's special about you? If you're just an IT guy, that's going to be a little hard to explain. But if you're an IT guy that is setting up a whole new IT system that they may not have experience with here, then that's completely different. Then those are, that's the whole reason for the process. You have special type skills that they can't hire here. Oh, we got Ducky in the room.
All right.
She'll say hi. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Who's that?
Give hi. It's Philo on his
Hello.
live stream.
There she is. Oh.
My better half. You don't get to see her much on camera. She don't like it.
When are you going to visit us?
Soon.
Really?
Yes.
What food do you like?
Well, we're going to Balur on Friday with the Rush Riders. Sometime after that, we'll come over to Malolos for a visit, okay?
All right.
Okay.
Good.
We're gonna prepare food for you. What do you like?
Quesadillas.
Oh, man. We can't.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
I'll just get Ducky.
All right. A special guest appearance by Ducky.
Yeah, baby. All right, let's try to catch up in the comments here. Where am I at? Where am I at here? The hard part's getting married. Okay, we saw that one already.
Oh, Lance. Okay, now if you get married and get a 13A like I'm on, you don't have to worry about the work permit. You don't have to worry about the work visa. If you're on a 13A, you can work here just like any Filipino citizen. You can hold any job you want. And that's kind of desirable by companies here because now they don't have to deal with all the paperwork for work permits and all that. So there's one advantage to being married with a 13A.
Paulie, don't make any mistakes in the forms. Yes, that's why I would refer you over to that visajourney.com because they not only do they show you how to do it step by step, but there's several different bloggers who have their websites attached to that forum, And you can go to their blog where they'll have detailed photos and a video journals of the whole process. So
Yeah, there's a guy that just moved over in the last few months to, I believe he's now in Dumageddon, and he started all of his YouTube doing that. And he's got a lot of details in it, and I cannot remember his channel right now. I'll try to remember it here. But yeah, he did a real detailed one. And now they're living in Dumageddon.
nice.
Oh yeah, definitely, Mike. It's a lot easier. If work is something that you need here, being married here and getting the 13A visa, you don't have to worry about work permits or any of that. You can hold any job,
That's
job.
right.
It's just like being a citizen. As far as work goes, I'm only talking about work. When it comes to work, it's just like you're a regular citizen here.
Somebody had posted a question about extending the buy-in visa.
Oh,
I believe you have options there. It's like 2 months, 4 months, or 6 months, I believe.
yeah, it is. It's 1 or 2, and then 3. I forget. I know it's up to like 6 months, and I think they let you do it even more than 6 months. You can go in and get another 6 months. Someone said, but I haven't confirmed that. But on the immigration website, they do say up to 6 months. But now, the one person that told me about it said it was $2,700 for 6 months. So that's really a good price.
Yeah. Because what you're actually talking about there is 18 months for $2,700. Right?
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that would be
yeah. And so it's really a good price. And, it's like you guys, you may say, okay, in May, we're going to go again, because you like taking that vacation and stuff and places. But what if something happens? What if one of the kids is sick or something comes up with this or that, and the timing just goes, oh my God, what now? So boom, you can go down and extend.
Yeah.
So, it's a good thing to have and know about. I think some people don't even know about it and they rush out.
Mike Fortner Walter's not getting his Social Security just yet. Soon, though.
No, I've got 1 year and about 1 year and 1 week. I will actually get mine. I'm counting the days down now, baby. It's my birthday was in January, but you have to have 1 full month. So February is my first full month, and then you get it. I believe between like the 3rd or the 4th, it'll be deposited into your bank account.
Very nice.
So I'll be doing, of course, I'll be doing videos on all that when I get ready to. I believe October, I'll file my, and you can do it all online. It's pretty easy, and you can do it here in the Philippines, and I'll be setting up the bank account for that account only. To come into a Philippine bank. So I'll do all of that and have good videos on it for anybody asking. And I'll have my day when I get my money and I'll be like, yeah, 6 years, 6 years over here waiting for my Social Security.
Ryan Peasley, thanks for stopping by. Aaron Taylor, thank you so much for that super chat, brother. I appreciate that.
Buy a Lakers hat. Oh my God.
I am not a Lakers fan, but I'm glad that you are. My wife saved, Clyde says that my wife saved Aussie $6,000 on her Australian visa by being prepared to sit down and read everything and go through it systematically. That's exactly what you got to do. Show a little patience. You can do it yourself.
Oh, let me get here to Turbo Pete. He was asking if there's any problems with getting your Social Security if you get a permanent resident. And no, there's no problem whatsoever. You are still a U.S. citizen. Having a permanent resident is nothing to do with citizenship. So as long as you're a citizen of the United States, you have no problem. So it doesn't affect you in any way, shape, or form.
Boy, I must be behind. You're saying hello to Ducky here. I must be way behind on the comments. Let's see. James Lonergan says I'm going to ship my 3 days early. Yeah. You know what, James? We got ours. How long did it take? I shipped mine on New Year's Day in the USA, and they arrived here like the middle of February, which is actually pretty damn good. Hoping to work at Converge's call center.
Mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Craig, maybe you're a young guy or something. I mean, moving here and needing to work is probably not the best idea.
Mm.
It's better to have an income from the USA or UK, Australia, wherever you're from. But hey, there's plenty of people that you look at our videolux.org. Eric, he's a young guy and he works here at a BPO. He's a supervisor at a BPO and he's doing great. He loves it. He lives in a global city, which is kind of like living in the USA, but he loves it and he's very happy working here in the Philippines. He's been doing it for 2 years, and I'm not going to say it can't be done and you can't survive here, but
You need to have it set up before you come here. If you come here and you think it's all just going to work out the way you want, boy, you better have a big bank account to get you by for a while until you can get things set up.
Right.
Oh, Clayton was asking about my juice. I'm down to 3% now. Finally, I was up quite a bit higher for quite a while, but down to 3% on the nicotine.
So where am I at here? Aaron Taylor, thank you again for that super chat. Your SSI deposit reflects on your birthday. My birthday's the 29th, so I get it on the 4th, Wednesday of the month.
You'll get it if that was like me, January. If it was January 29th, then all of February would be your first month, and then you won't get it until March, just like me. That's if it was January. So it doesn't. So, but you have to wait 1 full month. It really sucks after you wait all that time.
Craig, moment here, probably about 2 years, and upwards of 200,000 maybe pesos. 2 beers. My wife asks if they're going to fight again. I replied, sorry, 2 beers. I must have missed something there. Or that's a typo. 2 beers, by the way, welcome.
Jamie's, yes, I'm taking my Social Security at 62.
There you go.
I do not want to wait till 67. 5 more years. I would give up $94,000 if I did that. And who knows if I'll be around at 67.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think almost everybody says to take it early because of the money that you'll lose.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I added it up, and it's 94,000, and that doesn't include the pay raises that you get. I know the pay raises aren't that much, but the colas. But just without cola is 94,000 that I would give up.
That's a shit ton of money in the Philippines.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Now, if you don't have enough money at 62, then of course, to live on. And if it was in the United States, there's no way I could live on my money at 62. I can't even live on what I would get at 67. But that's what's forcing people to have to work so much later.
Yeah.
But how many times I was in the aviation business for a long time. I was in the factories. I've been in the repair centers. I've been in the modification centers. And I don't know how many times when I was younger, and I saw the old guys, and they're in their 60s and they're still working, and they finally retire. And you hear 6 months later, boom, they're gone. Or, how many guys didn't even get a chance to retire? They're still working because they're trying to make enough to live off their Social Security and their pension. And they don't even make it. One day they're just gone. And I was like, no way. All right. I when it came time for it, I said, no, I gotta at least try this. So that's why I'm here.
Okay, you guys bear with me on the comments, but I'm getting there. Mike Faulkner, there is when we talk about Mexican food in Southern California, okay, and Walter knows this because Walter's from Southern California too. There's never going to be anything here in the Philippines that even comes close. It's just never going to happen. You can go find a place here and there. Army, Navy does a fairly decent job, but is it Southern California Mexican? Hell no, it's not even close. It's just never going to happen.
But when you go without it for so long here, or you get some of the real crappy stuff here, you do get something like Army, Navy, or even Taco Bell will put a smile on your face.
I would love some Taco Bell right now. I would love to be munching on some tacos talking to you right now. That'd be awesome.
The only reason behind that is that you go without any kind of good Mexican food here.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just like anything you do here. You got your air cleaner from Lazada, and it was the right one, and it fit the motorcycle, and you're going, yeah, you feel like you've just conquered something,
Yeah, I feel like I just won a gold medal.
Right. And your viewers are probably going, what's wrong with him? All he did was get an order in, but you have to understand the challenges you have to doing something and getting something done. If you plan to do this on this day and you go out and you actually get it the first time, and it was even easier than you had figured, and you get back home and you're not tired, you're not wore out, you didn't have something else happen, you're like, yeah, I conquered it. It's the way it is here. So no, we're not losing our minds, not completely, but you really have to be here to understand.
Again, you guys, I apologize. I'm so far behind on the comments. I'm trying to get there though.
That's because I sit here and I ramble too much on you.
That's okay. That's what you do is talk, man.
Give you a chance to get caught up with some people here.
Philo, you better get out of the city before the pandemic hits, because if you don't, you'll be under lockdown. Okay. Two Beer says the fighting is only on JLB and GoGo sites. It's nice to see you are still with us, Philo. Okay. Shit. The bad thing about this StreamYard is it jumps. The comments jump and then you lose your way. People are here to work for 6 days a week. That's right. They work a lot of hours. Okay, Tropical Tim. I see you there. Hold on a second. I'm trying to catch up. Oh, Craig has no choice. Okay, I see now. Expat Prepper says the coronavirus is going to spread through Manila like wildfire.
It could.
Craig says the last time I was in Macomb, they cut off my disability on my Direct Express card because they thought someone stole it. Couldn't extend my visa. I had to return to America. Yeah. You got to call your bank, right, and tell them you're leaving the country. Or maybe it's something a little more difficult than that. I mean, that's a simple thing. Clayton says, a question for both of you. Do you both have healthcare coverage in the U.S. like Medicare, B, C, D, or just Medicare A? No.
No, no, because I'm not in the U.S. I'm in the Philippines. Now I know some guys will keep like one of the Medicares if they want to go back for their, but I'm not going to do that. I don't travel back there. 5 years I haven't traveled back, and you can just get healthcare here. PhilHealth is a good basic one to get. It's real cheap, and then you can also get other medical care insurance coverage here.
Yeah.
Prices on that can vary, quite a bit. And then have a stash of money put away for your, self-insure yourself. Have an account put away. Put a little bit of money away in it each month that you would be paying, and then you're all set. That's about the best way to do it, because if you had an illness where you had time to get back on a plane, well, that would be one thing. But if something bad happened, all of a sudden you wouldn't be able to go fly back. So it's kind of I don't know. A lot of people are back and forth about having Medicare like that, but I'm not going to do it. Roberto's, yeah, Mike. Oh man, I do miss Roberto's. I had one right around the corner from me when I lived in Tucson, and I was there 3 times a week.
There's several Roberto's in Southern California, and not even Roberto's, just the little Mama and Papa restaurants.
Oh yeah. Oh man,
those are the best.
All over the place. It's almost like sorry store here. Every damn corner's got one.
Melanie used to love it when we would jump on the motorcycle and go up to Santa Ana and get Mexican food.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She could get her full fried tilapia fish because they do it. The Mexicans do it the same way.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do.
Just not the same rice. The rice is different. That's all. Jim Schultz says, "Yeah, but you can't get chicken heads in Southern California." That's true. There's no chicken heads on a stick in Southern California. Although there's probably some in Little Saigon. The Vietnamese like that stuff. If you go to Little Saigon, Mike, you probably get some chicken heads. Okay, where am I at?
Expat Pepper, 13 years. Wow, you're definitely got some time on us. Probably some interesting stories there.
I'm going to get a medic. Just ask for your link. Tropical tea. Yeah, I saw that. Just give me a second. I'm still trying to catch up. I'm going to get a medic card for some insurance coverage when I'm there. Yeah, talk to, who knows a lot about medical insurance is Tom and Ruth. He sent me a couple of different links to look at. Expat Prepper says, if I lived in Manila, I would get out soon. Well, that's just not going to happen for me, Expat Prepper. I own a house, and I'm not going to sell everything and move just because, just doesn't make sense to me. It's a knee-jerk reaction, I think. My brother-in-law's son was getting ready to take a sound system to set up. Truck was loaded. Something, when he got in and shut the door, it tipped over. Didn't get there on time. The pandemic can happen anywhere. So far, PI has kept it locked out for the most part. Yeah. I have no bank, Philo. It is strictly government account, and I let them know too. Worked good at motel, but went to store and it stopped. Couldn't call home. Oh, Tim Clements, welcome to the chat. Haven't seen you in a while. Part A is free. Yeah, tons of Mexican food in San Jose, California. That's where Tuk Tuk's from. Tuk Tuk Cali.
I lived in Cupertino, and I worked in Sunnyvale at Lockheed Martin, and some of the best Mexican food I've ever had is all throughout the San Jose and all throughout the South Bay there. There's no doubt about that. There's some good places. I can't remember some of the names, but there was just some of the mom and pop places along there were just fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're gonna hate the Philippines because you're never gonna see that again.
Yeah, Mexican food pretty much. There's a place over in Global City called Vactos Tacos that's supposed to be like the most authentic. And Eric,
Well, there's a good name for it.
Vactos Tacos, yeah. And guess what? They even have a Taco Tuesday.
Oh wow! Well, we're
Yeah.
gonna have to check them out.
Eric from Video Lux talks about them a lot. He says that place is about the best that he's ever had, comparable to Mexican food in the U.S.
We'll have to make a trip over there for that.
Expat Prepper is saying this virus is going to be the worst than the Spanish flu of 1917. Well, Expat Prepper, it's a good thing you don't live in Manila. Tim Clemens, did you eat my hamburger? Oh, you're talking about the burgers we cooked the other night. Yeah. Chef Spicoli, welcome to the chat, brother. Cool buds and tasty waves. That's all I need. You remember that movie? All I need is some cool buds and some tasty waves, dude. Love that movie.
I've eaten many meals off food trucks, Francis, and there are some good ones.
Last times at Ridgemont High, that's right. I lived in Cupertino and worked in Sunnyvale too. Oh,
Were you at Lockheed Martin, Lance?
wow, 64 in the chat.
You're doing well.
We're doing something right. Somebody likes what we're saying.
You getting any likes out of it? What, only 27 likes? What's up with that? I'll add mine while I'm at it. Yeah, everybody, give the host here some likes. Give them some of your love. Last times at Ridgemont High.
Be right back. Just a second.
Oh, he stepped out. Got to go pee. I don't know what they're going to do with this virus. They're saying it's pretty calm here in the Philippines right now. It hasn't gotten out of hand. But I don't want to say I don't trust the government. I don't think I trust any government. I hope that they are being honest about that. I don't know. Don't know what to think. K-Bird, yeah, you know what? I found I stumbled on to some Mission tortillas about a year ago at the Robinson supermarket. Probably had been in there all along, and I just didn't notice them on the aisle. But yeah, so I have them here all the time now. So I'm able to make make up some tacos, burritos. I love my quesadillas for snacks. So yeah, that helps. Having a little bit of something. But I've seen some other guys too that have posted, and they go out of their way making up their own Mexican dishes here. So And that's about the way you're going to do it. If you really want something, that you like a certain way, you're going to have to make it yourself. See if I can keep up any better with his live chat here for you.
Hello, baby.
What's up, honey?
I'm up.
Yeah, the Philippines has canceled a lot of flights allowed to come in, and that's why I was saying I think you're going to see. I think you're going to see them can't start canceling from South Korea if this gets any worse over there. They're probably looking at it right now, but it's all over the news.
Sorry about that. I've 14 hungry teenagers.
How's that going?
At least they're cooking,
Oh yeah, just let them have at it.
They're not asking me to buy MacDo for them. My brother works for the CDC, and he said more people die of the regular flu virus. He also spoke of the basic hygiene of the other countries. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And the close proximity, especially here in anywhere here in Southeast Asia, they just don't. Your private space around you is just something that they don't have a concept of. And I was always kind of a private person. I don't tend to like crowds. When I'd go to Walmart, do my shopping, if it was a little too crowded, it was like, I'm coming back at another time or something like that. So definitely something you got to get used to over here. If you're out in public, people are just right in your space. And so now with that going on, that's going to definitely be on your mind. So yeah, something to get used to.
I've been elbowed out of the way by several, and they're just like, "I'm the next one, man."
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah, I've learned how to lean into them, in a line, and they start coming in from the side, and I'll just kind of lean over there and block it. Or as the line moves, I'll just be a little quicker to take a step and just kind of. And I've had people bounce off of me a few times that thought they were going to jump in line on me. I don't say anything or try to make a scene, but I'll just I'll make it very aware that no, I know what I'm doing here, and I'm blocking you, buddy.
Yeah. Okay, there are, you guys, somebody had mentioned here about going to SNR. Yeah. You got to remember that SNR is not in everybody's budget. Okay, there's a lot of things that you can buy there that are from the U.S. that are imported, but it's expensive. You've got to pay for it. So, where are we at here? Jim Hennessy, welcome to the chat. I just saw you there. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. Mike Fortner, yeah, you can get refried beans and stuff like that at SNR. I haven't seen that like at Save More or Pure Gold, though. Although I have tortillas, flour tortillas now at Save More, so that's kind of neat.
Oh, Save More? Really?
Yeah, maybe they're kind of turning the corner there.
Oh, good.
They've actually got crispy taco shells in a box there now. Nacho chips in a box that are really good. So maybe they're starting to turn the Mexican corner. We'll see. I won't hit the Philippines. Scott Expat. Gary T, welcome to the chat, buddy. I just saw you in there. Sorry. I am like so far behind now that I don't think I'll ever even catch up. You can buy almost anything. Turbo Pete, who ordered the double cheese and sausage? Oh, someone told me the other day that all of the white garlic in the PI comes from China. White garlic. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about that. Is white garlic the same as like the garlic we used to cook with? Craig, yeah, they do have Tostito salsa, that's for sure. And they have Doritos, nacho cheese Doritos. You can buy those at 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
That's like a gourmet feast right there. Just open up a bag of Doritos here.
I noticed they started stocking the Tostitos. What is it? The spinach dip that they make, that they put in the bottles, just like the salsa. They start stocking that now, and I went through one of those things in a day. I couldn't quit. I kept going back to the fridge and pulling it out. So.
Oh, my wife's still here. Hi, honey. Since the movie Airplane, when the pilot greets the passengers boarding the plane, I always ask if they had the fish or the chicken. Same at the old Navy base at Subic Bay. 2 stores they called Royal, similar to a Navy exchange. Tons of Western foods and things, but pricey. Yeah. Tropical Tim, you're still here. Okay. What province does Pirate live in?
Oh, Bulacan.
He's in Bulacan, right next door to me.
Yeah.
We can ride over to Walter's house in about 30 minutes, Melanie and I. On a good day. Makoto, okay, flour tortillas. I found Mexican beer in AC. The guy said that the white garlic is bleached. Oh.
Wow.
I don't know. Philly Bryan, yeah, baby.
Philly's in the house. All right, Phil. What's up, bud?
Philly Bryan, welcome to the chat, brother. Next trip over, I'm going eating on the street with Tim. Tondo Tim. You got to buy the beer, though, right, Tropical Tim? Oh, hold on. The wife says, okay, Melanie says that the garlic that we are using is from China for sure. Okay. We grow our own garlic here in Australia. Scott Expat. Okay. The wife says that S&R store in Iloilo sells the same items as Costco in Canada.
Aren't they kind of like same parent company or something like that? I heard somebody say. Is that true?
I don't know for sure, but I tell you what, if you walk into an S&R, it sure as hell looks like a Costco.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Mm.
Okay, James says it's half owned. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I know I heard that somewhere.
All right, let's just see how much chaos we can get started here. We're going to invite somebody else on.
All right.
Tropical Tim from Tondo. Great guy, retired Navy. Okay, Clyde Seaside says you gotta buy him San Mig koozie to get. Okay, well I know that's you, Tropical Tim, because I can see the beer.
Real quick, sorry.
Number 3.
I didn't know you sent that over there. While I was up over there doing something else. Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's up, bud? How are you?
Doing good. Good.
Good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, not a problem. How's everyone doing today?
Doing good, man.
So you still didn't find that fifth screw, huh? That was hilarious.
Oh, Tim, by the way, you're on with Walter. Walter has a channel called Pirate Cove Philippines, and Walter lives in Bulacan.
Hello, Walter. How are you?
All right, good. Good to meet you, Tim.
Pleasure's all mine.
How's everything
Yeah.
down your way?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
How's everything down your way?
Yeah, good, normal, regular day, business day, people out and about moving, shaking and baking and all that stuff, you know. It's a different hustle and bustle here in Tondo, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Get out of the way because here come the trikes picking up everybody, they pick up kids, take them to school and pick up the little sorry store elderly ladies and run them to the market to get their day's stock and supplies and get out of the way. Get out of the way. I don't usually venture out. If I go out early in the morning and I usually do every day. And I just take a casual walk to one of 3 different bakeries that produce pandesal, and they all produce a different version of pandesal. So I'll just move it around, mix it up here and there. And so that's my early time out, short walk, no big deal. But once I get back home, and I usually leave between 6:30, seldom later than that, very rarely earlier than that. And I just chill out here until about 9-ish, like that. And then it seems to settle down, all the hustle and bustle and morning rush, because they're moving. They're on the move. Everyone here is on the move all the time.
Yeah, same way with me. 9:30 before I'll try to venture out somewhere, because that morning rush around here is it's always just get out of the way.
And Filipinos, historically anyway, and this is my opinion, biggest hearted, kindest hearted people on the planet, second to none. But they're not very considerate. They're just not raised that way. And you have to accept that. They're just not considerate. I'll be in a pandesal line waiting my turn. This is how it used to be. I'd be in a pandesal line because it's crowded there. Everyone's getting their morning pandesal or donuts or whatever, and work my way up to the front, and I should be served next if there's 2 or 3 people that are serving workers there. And these little suckers will come out of nowhere and just get right in front of you and stick their arm through the cage and, of course, hand their money there, and they're only buying it. And it's usually the males. The females, not so much. But the males, man, especially the middle-aged to older ones, they don't care. And it's going to reach out in front of you, wedge there between 2 people sideways, and yell at the dude, hey, give me 2 pandesal. That's all he wants is 2. He's not getting 10 like I get every day or something like that. And it used to frustrate me. You wanted to backhand them. You did, but you didn't. So I just finally figured out, what the hell? I'm taller than most of these people, and I'm only 5'10". So I'm not that tall, but I'm still taller than most. So I don't even go up to the cage anymore. I just wait patiently, and I'm people watching or whatever. And I go there enough that they have come to know me, that they'll just look at me and raise up a finger, like one for one bag of 10 pieces, something like that. I'm like, yep. And then I just reach over everyone, hand them the money over their heads through the cage. If I'm getting change back, I get it, and I go on my way. So it's adjustments. That's all it is.
So much of living here is just the adjustment,
It is, because they can be pushy, man. It's like, dude, you don't have shoes on, you don't have nothing on. Where are you going in a hurry that you got to jump in front of everybody? And they do, but it's okay. It's okay. It's the culture. It is. It's how it goes. And if you don't like it, pack your bag up and carry your happy ass somewhere else. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's it.
That's about the best explanation I think I've heard.
Right on.
They are, right on. And you're absolutely right. And by the way, you guys, this is Tropical Tim is the channel. And Tim, you're absolutely right, man. They are the most kind-hearted, nice people. I can't even walk to the sorry store without somebody dragging me in their house and pouring me a shot. It's just the kind of people that they are. But there's absolutely zero consideration when it comes to queuing up in a line. Or it's kind of a meat first society, really, the way it is on the road,
For me, it's you know, I chalk it up to just customs and how they're raised, and it's passed from one generation to another. It's not that they're not nice; they are nice, and they're big-hearted. I can walk around here in Tondo. I guarantee, if I knock on someone's door and I don't know them, I'm eating and I'm drinking. If I say I'm hungry and I'm thirsty, if they got it, they're going to give it to me. Yeah. But when it comes to mannerisms, you know, Filipinos rarely say thank you. If you do something nice, or I don't know, just let them go first, or let somebody pass or open the door. Don't expect it. Maybe 1 out of 10. It's just not customary here. So don't get offended. But Westerners, what the hell, man? I just let you go ahead of me. I opened the door for you. I held this up for you. Whatever. Not even a thanks or a kiss my butt or nothing. No, you're not going to get that. They appreciate it. They just don't say it.
Yeah.
I still hold the door for people, you know, going in and out. And it's the looks that you get from people for holding the door for them. They look at you like you just landed from another planet, you know, or something like that.
What do you do
for you? You know, and yeah, not only do you not get a thank you, but you get a real, you know, strange stare from somebody, you know. And
so it's really unique that if you come over here and you're a first timer, or you've been here but not long, you have to be aware of that. I think it's really an important everyday aspect, if not multiple times a day. Nice people, big-hearted people, well-meaning people, no consideration. Doesn't mean they're pricks or buttheads. It's just that's how it is. That's how they were raised.
They just
they don't say thank you to everybody for every little thing or nothing. So doesn't mean they're not thankful. They just don't show it.
Yeah. They don't know any other way. We know both ways. We know what it is to be rude. We know what it is to be polite. What we know is polite and how we understand it. They don't. They've never been exposed to it. It's just not. I don't know. So
yeah, much the same if somebody does something for you and you acknowledge it. Hey, thank you very much. They'll just, you know, just an eye or something. They're not gonna retort. So expect that. It's just the way it is. You stay with your normal, customary, from wherever you come from, politeness and kindness and verbal gestures and thank yous. That's fine. Stay with that. But don't expect any retort, and don't take it personally. It's just the way it is.
Yeah, don't take it personally. That's probably one of the best pieces of advice you can give, because it bugs you. If you let it bother you, it will bug you, along with 100 other things that happen here, and it all adds up. And that, I always say, it's all the little things, and the little things all start to add up, and then all of a sudden you're just sitting there just going, ah.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. So everyone, or is everyone coming over here to retire? I would ask that question when they allow stress to creep into their day, and you're going to get it. You're going to get it. Not nearly as much as where you're coming from. Not nearly as much, because you came here to retire, relax, to live here. But Westerners still end up with a whole crap ton of stress in their life here. And I look around and I kind of try to package it up, saying why. It's usually because the Westerner allowed the stress to creep into their daily life. What the hell are you doing sitting in rush hour traffic at 5:30 in the afternoon on EDSA in Manila anyway, and then bitching about it? Really? Don't set yourself to be in a predicament like that. I don't know. It's so strange. They let the why are you yelling and hollering and bitching and crying and whining about all the roosters that are crowing at 3 to 4 in the afternoon and at 3 and 4 in the morning? Leave, or go find another place to live where there's no roosters. Doesn't mean they'll be introduced once you're there, once you bought that house. You're allowing those little stressors to just kind of crawl up into your crawl, if you will, and beat you up and eat you up. I thought you came here to relax, so you have to fight through those.
Yeah.
I wonder where you could go in the Philippines if there's no roosters. Do you guys have any idea?
Where there's what?
I wonder where you could actually go in the Philippines where there's no roosters. Is that possible?
Man,
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Maybe. Okay, there is. If you want to spend the money and live in a 28th floor in a Makati high rise, even then, I wouldn't put nothing past somebody, man, sneaking one in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they would.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much they're around.
Somebody made a comment that province people are much different than that. And I'll agree with that. I've been to the province.
I don't have a lot of provincial experience, not a ton. I darted in and out a couple with my wife or whatever. As provincial as it's gotten for me was my other house in Caloocan, because I'm like about 4 clicks outside of Puerto Princesa. So, and it's right along the water, and so that's jungly and provincial, and you know, but it still has roosters and it still has dogs and it has all that stuff. That's the thing too. Filipinos love their pets. They're very close to their animals, very protective, but they suck as pet owners. They just do. I'm not saying everyone. 98%. They're not very good at caring for their pets, and that's evidenced by when you walk out the door and tell the local barangay sweeper comes and sweeps everything up. Watch out, bombs away. You're stepping and dodging piles everywhere you go on the way to pick up your pandesal early in the morning. And they do. There's no grass. There's no grass here for them to crap on. So they're shitting all over in the streets and everything. Barking, running loose, making more puppies. It's at least it is here in Tondo. And of course, everyone here probably knows what Tondo is. But you know what? It's in most places. It's in most places. You ain't walking too far without seeing a couple loose dogs, or you know what I mean. It's just, yeah, they love their pets. They're good to them. I think they're just not good at taking care of them.
Mike Foodie says there's no chickens next to a KFC. Great comment.
Nice, yeah.
Sorry, you guys, I'm a little bit behind. Let me see where I'm at. I don't even know where the hell I'm at. Let's see. Okay, there was a question here in the comments about how long you fellows have been in the Philippines. So, oh, you're making my mouth water there, Tropical Tim.
You're a red horse, man. Don't worry about it. What's the question again?
How long have you guys lived in the Philippines?
Go ahead, Walter.
April 1st will be 5 years for me.
Okay.
April 4th. Yeah. Okay. April 4th. April 4th will be 1 year for me. But I've been in and out of the Philippines since 1980, of course, aboard ship, and I was stationed at Subic for 3.5 years, and yada 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 yada. So yeah, continuously outside of my tour of duty in back in 84 to 87. This would be my longest stint, coming up on a year now. Yeah.
You retired Navy?
I am. And
What
and if you're going to ask me what I did in the Navy for 20 years, it's a simple answer. I didn't do nothing. That's why I made it. I just like to say that. Well, because you do everything and you do all sorts of things. So, yeah, I retired back in 99. Then I did a second career managing restaurants in the States. I was the area director, general manager at some other ones. And right after I turned 59, I just woke up, empty nesters we were, and said, let's go. Let's put that phase 3. Phase 1 was the Navy. Phase 2 was raising kids during a second career in the States, second 21-year career. And then phase 3 was get our butts to the Philippines and start relaxing. So here we are. Yeah.
Very good. And Pilo, what do you got? About 2 years, over 2 years now, right?
Yeah, 2 years and a couple of months.
There you go.
Hey, my wife is still in the chat. She says 20% of the people here know how to say thank you, but mostly they'll just look into your eyes and smile.
Yes,
and don't say
that's
anything.
correct. That is correct.
No roosters and high-rise condos. Boy, I am far behind. We were on that discussion quite a while ago. Let's see. Yeah, just go with the flow. That's what you got to do here.
Yes. And Walter, you're married, I take it?
Yes.
And where do you live at again?
Malolos Bulacan.
That escaped me for a minute. Where's that?
It's about halfway between Manila and Angeles City.
Okay, Bulacan, right? Bulacan?
Yeah, just inside.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I heard of it. It was ringing a bell. I was trying to mentally place it geographically. I said, wait, I know I've seen that, because you got the signs. Whenever I take the Victory Liner up to Angeles to see my buds and go party, whatever, you see the signs to turn off to Bulacan all the time. So.
Oh yeah, well you go right by us. We're just off of the NLEX. Maybe 1.5 kilometers off the NLEX. So you go right by.
I have a good idea where you're at. Yep. Yeah. And how long have you been there?
5 years.
Wow. So you like it, obviously.
Well, the wife had her business here, and that we still have. So that was the main reason for being here. So, and it's growing on me. I like it. The people are good to me here, and I'm all right with it here.
No plans to relocate? If there's an ideal place you could do a I Dream of Genie or Bewitched thing and go there, where would it be?
I don't know. I'm definitely going to leave that open. But maybe like Olongapo, Subic area.
Yeah.
Or maybe down like Dumaguete or something like that.
See, I was wondering if you'd bring Dumaguete up. Now, would you go there because it's just entrenched with so many expats? Do you need the constant Western expat interaction? Is that important to you? Daily, weekly, often? What?
No, not so much. Because I don't have any here. Just like Pilo says, no other foreigners around. Probably more for the location with the beach, the little better facilities down there.
I see.
Although you got to pay for it, obviously, just like you would if you went to Olongapo, you're going to pay the higher prices.
Yeah, but, true.
Just more of a Western influence on some of the homes, maybe some of the restaurants have a little bit more of a Western influence, so that you have a little bit more convenient stuff around and that.
Now, how often do you get up to Olongapo to the base?
Oh my God, it's been a year since I was up there.
Oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
they've got Western style restaurants popping up all over the place. What used to be the old enlisted barracks are now restaurants and all this other stuff. So it's pretty fascinating. I went there after I first got here, a couple months after I got here, and hooked up with my wife's sister who lives up there, and she drove us to show us the base, and I was just speechless, just how much it had changed. Now, I hadn't seen the base since '89, but that being said, didn't matter. The changes were just, I'm like, where's this? What happened to that? Where's the ball fields? This, that, all that stuff. It's all gone. It's changed. And then she even drove us up to base housing up the hill, up Benictakin, and actually stood right in front of the unit we used to live in, the old spider houses, and took a couple pictures. It was just, they're repainted, they're refurbished. They lease them now. You can lease one for 50 years or something like that. They're expensive. It's like who's who is up in there, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, it's changed a lot. It's changed a lot.
Yeah, well, I hadn't seen it since 1978 when I was last there. So I couldn't even recognize anything. But I hadn't spent much time there. I was only there on a couple Liberty calls back in the late 70s. So
yeah, the river queens are all gone. You can't walk. You can still walk over Shit River, as they call it. But yeah, the river queens are gone. The ones that used to hold the baskets on poles out for you to throw your chump change as you were heading back to the base over there, and they try to catch it. if it didn't, if it missed and went in the water, a couple of young boys that were in the boat with her would dive in after her.
Yeah, there's some memories back then. But hell, most of the time I was there, when I was there, I was so damn drunk. I couldn't even tell you most of it. Like I said, on 7-day Liberty call, I was drunk 6 of the damn days, and one day I had to spend on the ship for my duty. So
Yeah, you know how the saying is now that everything that happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. They're not even close when it comes to a longboat back in the day. Not even close. I don't know that anyone ever remembered anything as they walked back across the bridge heading back to the base.
that was, and I was the first time there. I was 18, and I'm tagging along with a couple older NCOs, and I mean, I'm just like standing there, just looking around, going, "Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!" It's pretty overwhelming that first time in there.
See, we weren't vlogging back in the day, but I would pay good money to go back in time and vlog first time sailors and Marines that walked across that bridge heading out on Liberty. I would pay good money to vlog their faces.
It would definitely be good to have.
Yeah, there's almost nothing. The only thing that I've ever found on YouTube was shot right around 88, 89 by a couple of black guys, a couple of black Navy guys. Nope.
No, there's some old videos. You got to Google them. I can't remember off the top of my head.
I can't remember the guy's channel, but I've seen several videos from him.
No, these vlogs are from the late 60s. From the late 60s and early 70s. You can go back and see the style and the hairstyle of the Filipinos back then and the guys. And yes, there's old footage out there. You just Google it and you'll find it. Just like somebody did a lot of the old stuff Vietnam, the clubs they went to in Vietnam and in Korea, and it's out there. There's footage that's been uploaded that give you a peek back in time. It's pretty cool.
That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
I can't remember the names. Yo, Kanoy, Mr. Canada in the Philippines. What's up, brother?
I see you there, Randy Kanoy. I see you. Sorry. I'm so far behind. Anthony Keller, I did not find the screw. I did everything but turn that motorcycle upside down, man. That screw's gone. I'm so pissed.
Yeah, get a couple guys to grab each end, flip it upside down, and shake, baby, shake. You never know. Something else might happen when you do that, though, but, you might find the screw.
I was so pissed when I lost that screw.
You probably just take us one of the other ones out and see if we can find a match for it in a store, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I got to do. It'll drive me crazy until I do, so I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, you won't sleep at night.
At least that's the most of my stress, Lone Farang, welcome to the chat. Where are we at? Shit. Randy, thanks for coming by. If I didn't say that already, I think I did.
Anthony Keller, first time across Shit River was 64.
Damn.
That must have been different back then.
Man.
Same age, 18 years old. It's a culture shock.
But the rates back then, I think the first dollar peso exchange rate took place in I want to say it started in the 60s, but it officially kind of launched in 70 or something like that. I want to say maybe mid 60s, but it really got going where people looked for it. I think 1970. It wasn't much. It was 3-1, 4-1. Yeah, it was.
When I was
gradually moved, of course.
77, 78, it was 7-1.
It's about right. When I was there, 84 to 87, stationed there, it hovered between 17 and a high 19. If it hit 20, we were all just like running out and snatching up pesos, but pretty much 18-ish back in the mid 80s and, so on and so forth. And we see where it's at now.
Yeah.
Of course, the buying power was different too.
Yeah, completely.
That's why when guys say, "Wow, what do you mean? What do you mean 3,000 pesos for a bar fine? That's robbery. That's $60. I mean, how is that robbery? I mean, what do you expect for $60? What go in the States and see what you get on a street corner for $60. Back then, because back then they were paying what? You know, great 500 pesos for a bar fine or something like that. But the buying power was different. That's all it is. And I only say that because I hear guys cry occasionally here and there about the price. I'm like, that's not that big of a difference. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, 2 beers. I've had that bike on the center stand, and I like I said, I've done everything but tip it over and upside down. The motor ate the damn screw. I'm convinced.
Now, there's
Someone's asking what I'm drinking. Could be water. It could be tangerine. It could be gin. You know,
Could be.
I'll never tell.
What's that?
Mine's definitely water.
Dalandan. What's that called? You ever have Dalandan? They sell it at 7-Eleven.
I don't think so. No.
It's like a rock, you know.
The only time I drink liquor here is if something festive is happening in and around Tondo and I happen to be cruising around or something like that, and I get an invite to sit down and do the Philippine 1 glass, fill it up, you know, slam it, fill it, and pass it to the next guy. I might. Usually I'm carrying my beer in my Yeti cup when I'm cruising around because you can't drink and you can't smoke and you can't vape in public, but you sure in the hell can urinate up against walls. That's no problem. So when I do get invited to sit down, I think about it for a minute. I say, all right, I'll have one and I'll hit a shot. And I have no idea. Sometimes I know what it is and sometimes I have no clue. So a little scary, a little risky, but what the hell? As long as I stumble home like a good sailor, who gives a shit, you know?
There you go.
Exactly. Let's see. What else do we have here?
So Kanoy was saying about your screw, if that's all you got to worry about, no problem.
Oh, yeah.
He's missing a few. Like I said, you know, all those airplanes I worked on, there's all kinds of screws and parts and bolts all floating around down in things. Man. No, really, I have, you talk about stress. I've had airplanes that I couldn't release back to service because we couldn't find something, a tool, a small socket, a bolt, a screw, and we had to literally tear into airplanes and try to find them. And you talk about having to hand your ass to somebody up in management when you can't get an airplane released to the gate. Yeah, it's bad.
I can imagine. Wow.
Wild Star says 3,000 pesos get you 2 lap dances in Florida. That's funny.
Geez, gotta rewind. Tim has water. God damn. Clyde does bust my ass all the time. The comments he gets.
Oh, yeah.
I love Clyde's comments.
Viola, I want to put a quick shout out if I could.
Please do.
I'm going to type something in. That's only because it's coming up. Here, beginning midnight Philippine time on March the 2nd, running through midnight the 5th, we're doing it's called Mahal Ku. She's a OFW blogger in Macau, and she's issued a challenge, and she asked me to help coordinate it. It's called the Mahal Ku Lemon Challenge. So I'm going to be putting out a video about inviting people and telling the rules about. There's lemon challenges and lime challenges and all that on YouTube. You can see them. This one is unique because we actually have 3 judges positioned in 3 different geographical locations around the planet: New York, Hawaii, Singapore. and it's all on a point system. And the whole idea is to connect people. That's the first part. The second part is to have fun, and she's guaranteeing 20 watch hours to the winner. So that'd be great for up and coming new YouTubers or whatever. Is the 20 hours important? No, but it's just something to have fun, because if you participate, you can only upload a 4-minute video. You have to be done in 4 minutes or you're out. The video that has to show the lemon, you cutting a medium to whole lemon in 4 equal wedges and eating it in less than 4 minutes. Video ends, and they're going to be looking for facial and body expressions, from squinting, from the tartness of it, and just doing a point grading system. And again, just by uploading and doing one, you're going to get likes and clicks and reviews. So it's going to benefit everybody. But the idea is to connect everyone. So be watching for that. It's called Mahal Kooh, Kooh, Lemon Challenge. So again, if you don't want to do it, push somebody else in there to do it. You can't use a proxy. So Walter, you can't have your wife eat it and then you take credit for it on your channel. Not going to work, just as an example. It's just to have fun. So start practicing sucking them lemons. Yeah. This is something we thought up. I was approached to help with it. I said, yeah, came up with some ideas. So that's where we really wanted to go with it, is we got 3 judges standing by online that's going to grade you. So when they view your video, they're going to give you a thumbs up, and they're going to go to comments, and they're going to put judge 1. Then you'll see judge 2 and then judge 3, not in any particular order. But other participants and or other people, period, may watch your video just to get a laugh, just to see you suck that lemon. Has to be close up. The lemon has to be in view with your face at all times. Once you come on, you can say, it's Tropical Tim. I'm here to do this silly ass lemon challenge, whatever. Once you're ready to cut the lemon, straight face. You got to eat that whole lemon. You'll be given a point system on facial and body expressions, how much of the lemon you actually finish, and time it takes you to finish. Time is not a big deal, because the video can't be more than 4 minutes long. Otherwise, it would inundate all the judges forever. And they will forward the result. Each judge is going to have a grand winner of 50 points max. So if Judge 2 in Hawaii comes out and says, my winner is Bob Schmuckatelli with 47 points, then we'll wait for the other 2 judges. If there's a tie, now if 2 people get selected out of the 3 judges, that's the winner. But if they all have a different person, they'll all go rewatch their winners, and they'll confer through a group chat that I created for us in Messenger. So it's really cool. It'll be a lot of fun. 4 minutes of time to, get some notoriety, get some clicks, whatever, and maybe meet some people.
That sounds good.
Very cool. Yeah.
Thank you for that, Philo.
And you're gonna put a link in the. Okay.
Yeah, they'll upload their video on the link. Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Philo, SF was saying about using a good flashlight to find that screw. I'll add to that is do it at nighttime. If you've got a nice bright little LED flashlight, and at night you can get in, you'll see stuff you didn't know you.
Really?
Yeah, try it.
Well, I had a line on that. I had a line on it for a little while. I was actually able to physically see it. And then when I got the screwdriver in there and was moving it, that's when I lost it. So.
Oh, really?
I'll be able to find it again.
And if you've got another thing we used to use is a little dental mirror. Get a little dental mirror that's on, like a long.
Yeah.
That was a telescopic, and you can kind of get in and get where you can see it. There's another way too. But nighttime, man, you can't believe how well you can see details on an engine like that on your motor at night if you got a nice bright little light.
I do have a great light, so I'll try that.
Try it at nighttime. You'd be surprised.
I sure will. Okay.
That's from experience.
Oh yeah. Well, you would know. With all of the wrenching that you've been doing or did in your lifetime. Trying to find Walter's channel. Walter's channel is Pirate Cove. Pirate Cove, Philippines. Okay.
I should have spelled it all out in my thing. That wasn't very smart. What am I paying for my e-juice? Oh, let's see. It's coming down. Prices are way down here now. I can't even make it for the price I can buy it for now. So I got like 3 bottles. I think one of them is 100 milliliter and 2 of them are 75, and I got those for like 350 pesos. So I get different flavors and try different stuff. It's real cheap.
Nice.
It used to be a lot more expensive, but now it's super cheap.
So are you a risk taker? Do you vape in public at all anywhere or no?
Up here, it's no problem at all. Nobody cares. I can go down and stand on the corner with the P&P guys that are at like the crossing and vape right in front of them. They don't care. Nobody cares up here. But I haven't tried pulling it out when I'm down in Manila. No. I think I popped it out around the corner from the mall one day. Oh yeah, I did when I was at the mall. Where was I? Oh yeah, down at when we went to see you guys. Yeah, down there.
Yeah.
When we got off the buses and we were crossing the road over there, I pulled it out and I was getting my habit done there before I went into the mall. But no one said anything then. But yeah, it'll all go away just like everything else. It gets all highlighted for a while and then everything goes. Now,
Yeah.
what's the big deal? What's the deal with the ABC, CBN
Yeah.
channel?
That immigration officials taking bribe money to let Chinese in.
Oh yeah. That's
amazing.
Off of us. That's a big
That's
deal.
amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, that definitely took all the heat off the Americans and their little spat they had with the Duterte, the new Chinese thing going on. So, yeah.
Oh, the FTA or whatever that was.
Yeah.
With the military. Yeah. Yeah, that's some stuff there, man. That whistleblower went right in there to the Philippine Senate and just launched on everybody. He said, check this out. This is the part I found fascinating. He said, maybe 10% of all immigration workers are not guilty. That's fascinating. Fascinating. I couldn't believe that.
Did he expose himself?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God, he's a dead man.
Well, he's under, yeah, he probably will be. I don't know. But yeah, he's under protective witness protection, custody, all that good stuff. But yeah, he named some high ranking officials in there and a bunch of middle ranking people and a lot of low life people. So I was like, wow, really?
This is
Hello.
Tim.
Hello.
Tim, this is my wife, Becky.
Yeah.
Hi, nice to meet you, Becky.
Nice to
He
meet you
lives,
too.
he lives in Tondo.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
So,
for a year now.
we can go there one day now.
We're gonna go to Tondo. Oh my God!
Really?
Party.
I'm going to tell you, just like I told File, you better wear some body armor.
Bye-bye.
Take care now.
All I need is my Spider-Man sleeves, baby.
There you go.
That's all
How
I
long
need.
you been married? Married there, Walter, how long you been married to your gorgeous wife?
5 years.
Hey, good for you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nice. And of course, I'm coming up on 38 years, May 5th, married to my Panay.
Wow, 38 years. May 5th.
38 years. May 5th will be 38.
Ours is May 20th. So we're the same. Wow, that's a long time.
Oh, shit.
September this year actually marks 40 years that from the time we met.
Wow.
That's good to hear. That's really
You don't
good to
hear too many stories like that.
No.
You just don't. So a little drum beating. I'm proud of that. She's done me right. Gave me 5 great kids and, followed my dumb ass around the Navy for better part of 20 years. I went to the Navy in 79 and we met in 80 and we were legally officially married in both governments' eyes, where she got her ID card, all that in '82, May of '82. And then she followed my dumb, happy ass for 20 years of my civilian career in the U.S. And I always kept that promise. Someday, this is all going to come back to you tenfold. And here we are. Guess who's happy?
Oh, yeah.
She,
Yeah, for sure. That's great.
she misses the kids and all that, but they're adults. They're on their own, doing their own thing, and yada yada yada. And I think she's going back again late summer, early fall this year, but I'm not. I said, hell no. I didn't come all the way over here just to run back to the States. So if my kids want to see me, they need to come over, and they will. Not all at once. I think they'll piecemeal at one or maybe two of them, depending on how they can get their vacations and that, and because they want to see where their mom is from. They've never seen it. They've never been here. So,
well, it's part of their life. It's part of their culture also.
Sure.
Them, the lamb. So, yeah.
Oh, of course it is. My wife pinched the hell out of all of them when they were growing up, like a Filipina does. So that's the culture.
And the slipper, they use it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Craig Goldsberry.
Fire, how about your wife?
It's Pirate Cove, Philippines is the third part of that. Pirate Cove, Philippines is Walter's channel.
My wife here has 3 kids of her own from a previous marriage, and they're all in their 20s. And then I have 2 girls in the States, and they're the oldest there is turned 40 this year. So or last year she turned 40. So they have their own life and their own. But my previous wife, we were together 30 years before she passed. And oh yeah, there was a lot of pension, and there was a lot of slippers being used on those kids when they were growing up.
So you and your wife are not currently raising children then?
No children in the house. No.
No, you can pick up in 20 minutes and just go in any direction.
Yeah, basically. But she has her business here, so it's that's kept us going since I've been here, because I came without my Social Security, and I had a pretty good size savings, and I invested in our business and that, but I've had no income since I've been here, so it's all been her business, which has done extremely well, way better than I would have if I had only been on Social Security, so I can't complain. So
you're still without income except the business right now?
Yeah, just her business.
Wow, congratulations. Your head seems to be above water. That's nothing to sweep under the rug. That's pretty good.
Business does really well. I mean, it's better than what my Social Security check would be. So there's no complaining about that. So she wants to keep the business going until she's ready to retire. I'm like, okay, no problem.
How far away are you from your SS?
1 year. 1 year and 1 week. I'm counting the days now, buddy.
Yeah, I'm under 24 months. I'm down to not by much, 22 months, because I just turned 60 this past January. When I came over here, I came with 15 grand, a little more than that. That was my target, 10 to 15 grand, and I had 15. That wasn't an issue. And my military pension. So, $1,700 a month on that. Yeah, I was going to be fine. I wasn't worried about nothing. So,
oh yeah, you're doing fine.
And then in 22 months, I'll get I don't know how much, maybe somewhere at least $1,000, maybe 1,100, 1,200, somewhere. I ain't figured it out because I stopped working right after I turned 59. So I'm losing 3 working years. But as things should figure out, yeah, I'll get at least another $1,000 or something. So I'd be a fat cat, man. But we're not material people, so we don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy more beer when that happens. I mean,
I'm pretty sure that they calculate your Social Security based on your best 20 years of working. It doesn't matter.
Your best 35 years.
It's your
35.
Best.
Yeah. Yeah, 35.
Yeah.
So even if you quit working, even if you miss those 3 years, it really shouldn't matter. It's still the best 35 years of,
Yeah.
Percent.
Well, I'm saying I could have added to it a little bit, not much, because I calculated. I said,
Oh,
if
yeah.
I 3 more years, how much do I stand to add to it? It wasn't that much. I'm like, pack the bags. Let's get the hell out of here. Let's
Right.
go.
Yeah, because I stopped at 56 and came over here, and it didn't hurt mine any at all.
I could have, and I thought about it, but I still had my last one. Oliver is our 5th one. Still at home, still trying to find himself. He was 17, 18, and good kid, just not fully developed to where he really what he wanted to do. Then he eventually moved in with my older son, and I said, "Hurry up and pack before he comes back." No, but so once we thought he was in good hands, or he was on his way, and he's doing fine now. Then because I thought about it, said, should we? Well, little too early. Keep working. She was working through the Navy exchange system. We were in Mayport, Florida. That's where I retired from, and she was them what do you call this? Fragrance and beauty queens. That as soon as you walk into a Belk or a Macy's, they're right there and doing all that, selling all the upline colognes and handbags, and that's what she did in the Navy exchange. So she actually didn't work for the Navy exchange. She worked for a company that was contracted to be in there selling all the upline colognes and fragrances, and I don't know, all them fancy handbags, Michael Kors and Dooney Burke and all that crap. So she got tired of it too. She goes, she liked it, but she said, "Let's go." I said, "Let's go."
Very nice.
And Philo, how long you been married? I don't think I know that.
3 years. We just had our anniversary, the 20th.
Oh, happy belated anniversary! Right on.
5 days ago, yeah. And we've got a 12-year-old and a 16-year-old.
Yeah, for anyone out there, even if you're counting on some sort of pension or whatever, when you're coming here, for those of you that are planning coming here, you still want to sock some money away. You're going to have initial costs when you get here. You're going to have to lay out for, a hole-in-the-wall apartment or a condo or something nice, or an entire single detached house or whatever you want. And you're going to have to outfit it. Not all come with, appliances and furniture and all that. Do you really want them anyway? Maybe as a transitory thing for a couple, 3 months, maybe 6 months, but have some cash flow. And then, so whatever you're spending, then your pension or whatever you think you're going to have is going to replenish that along the way.
Yep. Very true. All right, you guys at 11:40, I'm shutting it down.
Shut her down.
I want to thank you guys for joining us. Those of you that are here, this is Pirate Cove Philippines and Tropical Tim. Check them out. Hook up to their channels. And Tim did a really good video on driving a jeepney, and the Bayad was beer, of course.
I'll get over and check you out, Walter.
Yeah, please do. All right. That went by quick.
Yeah, it always
does. I'll probably have to have about 7 beers before I turn you on, though. I tend to see more things in greater detail after I'm drinking and watching vids.
We'll see you guys next week, huh?
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Well, take care, everyone out there. Before everyone leaves, hit that thumbs up, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Good host today.
Thanks again, Walter. All right, you guys, another successful Tuesday chat. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to the super chatters. We really appreciate that, and we'll see you guys next week. Thanks again.